Over the last 100 years, the value of the US dollar has lost more than 95% of its value. Now, that is an incredible statistics that should really hit home. My name is Michael Petracca, and I am the owner and operator of HAP Financial Group. So this month's tip of the month is with regards to lazy money. Now, what does that mean? For the last 10 to 15 years, when you went into your local bank and you looked at all those CD options, you probably saw a 5-year CD paying you 1%, which is brutally low. So everyone had the same reaction. Why in the world would I lock up my money for 5 years for such a low interest rate? Now, that really wasn't a problem because we were also in a low inflation world. So inflation over that time period was in the 1% to 2% range. So it really didn't hurt you that much to not lock up your money to generate some interest. Now, obviously, in the last couple of years, we've been in a brand new inflation rate reality. Inflation's been much closer to 10% over the last 2 years than the small 1% to 2% pain we felt from 2010 to 2020. Now, this is where we have to break the mold. So people got very comfortable in leaving money in cash. And like I said, it didn't really hurt you that much. And I understand the peace of mind. You know, if you got $10,000 at the beginning of the year, you look at your statement, you still got $10,000. It's comforting, it's peaceful. You know you're not going to lose any money. But we always have to think of potential loss in two different ways. One, of course, if you put your money in the stock and bond and real estate markets, those markets can fluctuate. You have a chance of principal loss. The other main risk we always have to be thinking about is inflation. Now let's give a little example. Let's say if you went to the grocery store and a gallon of milk cost you $100 and a carton of egg cost you $75. Now I'm sure after that year, you wouldn't say, oh, I had 10 grand at the beginning of the year, I have 10 grand at the end of the year, I didn't lose any money. Because you would realize, because it was such a severe example, that your purchasing power has dramatically come down. So we always have to be thinking about our wealth in terms of two potential risks. One, potential loss from an investment, and two, the purchasing power or really inflation that my money is also losing to. So what I would recommend my clients and everyone else as well is think of their money in 3 different buckets. Bucket 1 is your short-term needs. This is more or less your emergency fund, call it 3 to 6 months of your fixed expenses. The goal is liquidity and safety. I really don't care if we're earning any interest on those funds at all. Now, bucket 3, call it our long-term money. That's our retirement money. Maybe we're saving for college. This is money's 5, 10, 15, 20-year time horizons. This we should try and be a little bit more comfortable having exposure to stocks, bonds, and real estate to try and accomplish a little bit of a higher rate of return. But we know it's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride. Now that middle bucket, that money we might need in the next 2 to 3 years, that's money we cannot be lazy with. I don't care if we want to go into CDs, short-term bonds, fixed annuities, something that tries to maintain your purchasing power to deal with inflation. Now, if you need some help trying to determine how much you should have in each bucket, please feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email and we'd be happy to help. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you next month.